What if Bitcoin wasn't just a currency, but a national reserve asset? Well, that's exactly what happened. On March 6, 2025, US President Donald Trump signed an executive order establishing the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, a major milestone in Bitcoin's journey as a sovereign asset. Welcome to BingX. In this video, we'll explain what the SBR is, how it works, and why Bitcoin is now being considered alongside traditional assets like gold. Let's dive in. What is the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve? A Strategic Bitcoin Reserve is an emergency stockpile of essential commodities that a government holds to protect national security and economic stability during supply disruptions or financial shocks. The US SBR will be built from law enforcement forfeitures and potentially grow through budget-neutral strategies. The goal? To hedge against fiat currency debasement and geopolitical risk while strengthening the nation's financial resilience during economic shocks. Why consider Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset? Bitcoin brings several advantages to the table. First, its fixed supply of 21 million mirrors gold's scarcity, providing diversification from fiat currencies and traditional commodities. Second, that limited supply serves as an effective inflation hedge, meaning even modest reserves could appreciate significantly over time. Third, Bitcoin enables instant borderless transfers, allowing value to move globally within minutes and offering flexibility in times of crisis. Fourth, its decentralized nature protects reserves from sanctions and government freezes, unlike traditional currencies. These features make Bitcoin an ideal addition to a nation's strategic reserves. How would a US SBR operate? Imagine the US Treasury building a digital vault of Bitcoin. Each coin holds promise. A modest 10 to 20% gain could spin off tens of billions in revenue each year. As those gains mount, the US government could sell them in stages and channel the proceeds straight to debt repayment. With guardrails in place to tame price swings, this bold play could slow the avalanche of borrowing. In time, a non-correlated Bitcoin reserve might reshape how America tackles its debt. Bitcoin versus gold and US dollar. So, how does Bitcoin compare to traditional reserve assets like gold and the US dollar? Imagine three vaults side by side, one heaving with gold bars, another stacked with US dollars, and a third filled with digital Bitcoin tokens. Gold feels rare but burdensome to ship. Dollars flow freely until a sanctions hammer slams vault doors shut. Bitcoin, by contrast, exists in just 21 million coins. Scarce like gold, yet able to glide across borders in seconds. Its price may leap and dive, testing nerves and tempting gains, but its instant, cost-free liquidity makes it a daring new frontier for reserve managers. SBR's impact on BTC price and what Bitcoin's volatility means. The announcement of the SBR had an immediate effect on the market. By Q2 2025, Bitcoin surged in parallel with gold, hitting all-time high in history. A reserve of 200,000 to 400,000 BTC could significantly impact Bitcoin's price over time, especially with the approval of Bitcoin ETFs. Bitcoin's realized volatility remains high, 52.2% annualized as of Q1 2025, though it has moderated from triple-digit levels while gold's volatility sits at a comparatively low 15.5%. In the context of the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, M2 is the broad measure of global money supply used to gauge liquidity and its influence on asset prices like Bitcoin. By comparison, US M2 grew just 3.9% year over year in January 2025, reflecting relatively modest fluctuations in money supply. For a reserve asset, gold and fiat offer price stability, whereas Bitcoin's higher swings is opportunity for strategic reserve managers. What are the potential challenges of the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve? Sure, there are risks, but what are they exactly? Bitcoin's volatility could lead to significant price swings. The SBR will also need robust security to protect against cyber attacks. Potential challenges that can arise are future political shifts that could introduce regulatory uncertainty. If not managed carefully, this could affect Bitcoin's role in national reserves. Bitcoin's formal entry into the realm of sovereign reserves is a groundbreaking development that could change the way nations manage their financial assets. The US SBR could pave the way for other countries to adopt Bitcoin as a reserve asset, further cementing its role in the global economy. As Bitcoin cements its dominance, you can simply buy USDT on BingX and swap it for BTC on the spot market or deposit USDT in minutes and trade it for Bitcoin. How easy is that? Bitcoin is rapidly evolving from a speculative asset to a key player in sovereign reserves. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to BingX, and comment below with your thoughts on Bitcoin as a reserve asset. See you next time.